In the deserts of Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah, there's a name that's whispered in fear: the Skinwalker. Not a ghost, not a cryptid, something far darker, rooted in Navajo tradition, where it's said to be a human who has turned their power into something dangerous and unnatural. Shapeshifters that move like wolves, voices that call out your name in the night, eyes that watch you from the shadows. These aren't just stories told around a campfire. From the infamous Skinwalker Ranch to eyewitness accounts across lonely desert highways, the legend has left a trail of fear and mystery. Tonight, we uncover the truth about the Skinwalker. Are these encounters real or something that you're not ready to believe? There are some legends people tell for entertainment: ghost stories around a campfire, urban myths passed between friends. And then there are stories people refuse to tell at all. In parts of the American Southwest, across the deserts of Arizona, New Mexico, and Utah, there is one name that many avoid speaking openly: the Skinwalker. It's not treated like a monster for fun. It's not a Halloween tale. For many within Navajo tradition, it represents something dangerous, spiritually corrupt, and deeply taboo. And that silence, that refusal to casually discuss it, may be the most unsettling detail of all. The Skinwalker comes from Navajo belief, where it is known as Yi Naldushi, often translated as "with it he goes on all fours." But unlike the internet's portrayal of a wild cryptid roaming the desert, the traditional Skinwalker is believed to be human, a person who has chosen to become a witch by inverting sacred spiritual teachings. In Navajo worldview, medicine people use knowledge for healing, balance, and protection. A skinwalker represents the opposite: someone who deliberately corrupts that knowledge for personal power, manipulation, or harm. According to traditional accounts, becoming a skinwalker requires committing a profound spiritual violation, often described as the ultimate taboo, such as harming or killing a close family member. Through this act, the individual is believed to gain abilities that defy normal understanding. Stories describe shape-shifting into animals like coyotes, wolves, foxes, owls, or crows. They are said to move with unnatural speed, to curse families, to create illness, and to psychologically torment their targets. But what makes the legend especially chilling is the theme of deception. The Skinwalker does not simply attack. It confuses, it manipulates, and it imitates. Eyewitness stories, especially from remote desert highways and reservation lands, often repeat the same disturbing details: coyotes pacing vehicles at impossible speeds, animals standing upright for a split second before dropping back to all fours, eyes that seem human, intelligent, and aware. Some accounts describe voices calling out in the exact tone of a loved one, trying to lure someone outside at night. Others tell of knocking at doors and windows in complete isolation, with no one there when checked. Whether these events are psychological, misidentification, or something else entirely, the emotional impact described by witnesses is remarkably consistent. The feeling of being watched, studied, and hunted. While Skinwalker is specific to Navajo belief, shape-shifting witches or sorcerers appear in other indigenous traditions. Each tribe has its own unique spiritual systems, stories, and moral meanings. Oversimplifying them into a generic Native American monster erases crucial cultural context. These tales often serve as cautionary stories, warnings about betrayal, imbalance, and the misuse of sacred knowledge. Modern internet culture has frequently removed this nuance, creating viral horror content that sometimes misrepresents indigenous beliefs. Understanding the Skinwalker's place in culture is essential. It's not just folklore, it is living spiritual warning. In the 1990s, the legend gained global attention through Skinwalker Ranch, a property in Uintah County, Utah. The family who moved there reported encounters with an enormous wolf-like creature that appeared immune to gunfire. Livestock were found mutilated with unusual precision. Strange lights appeared in the sky. Electronics malfunctioned inexplicably, and disembodied voices were reported throughout the property. Over the years, private research teams and aerospace-funded investigators documented the ranch as a hub of high strangeness, though no conclusive evidence confirmed supernatural causes. The ranch remains a symbol of the legend's modern evolution, blending folklore with unexplained phenomena. Beyond Skinwalker Ranch, personal testimony continues across the American Southwest. Travelers on isolated highways report coyotes pacing their vehicles at incredible speeds. Campers describe silhouettes watching from tree lines before vanishing. Residents report knocking on walls or whispers outside at night, with no one visible. One story tells of a hitchhiker who disappeared mid-ride, replaced by a fleeting shape of an animal in the rearview mirror. Though unverified, these accounts share a common thread: the persistent feeling of being observed and manipulated by something beyond normal comprehension. From a scientific standpoint, many Skinwalker sightings can be explained by wildlife behavior, stress, sleep paralysis, suggestion, or the influence of folklore. The human brain is remarkably capable of filling gaps in perception, especially in isolated high-stress environments. Yet dismissing the legend entirely ignores its cultural significance. For Navajo communities, the Skinwalker represents spiritual imbalance and moral corruption. Respecting that context is essential. Curiosity and cultural understanding must coexist with skepticism. The Skinwalker exists at the crossroads of ancient belief and modern fascination. It's rooted in Navajo warning, transformed by media into global horror, and brought to mainstream attention through Skinwalker Ranch. Some see it as folklore, others as psychological phenomena, and some as genuinely unexplained. Its power lies in one universal fear: the familiar becoming unnatural. A coyote running too fast, a voice sounding like someone you love, eyes in the darkness that seem to understand you. Some legends fade, others adapt. And the Skinwalker remains, not fully proven, not fully dismissed, lingering in the silence between myth and reality. The Skinwalker isn't just a legend, it's a presence lurking in the shadows of the Southwest. Coyotes running alongside your car at impossible speeds, voices calling your name in the night, strange lights over Skinwalker Ranch that defy explanation. Are these encounters real, or are they just the stories we tell ourselves? That's the question that keeps this mystery alive. If you've ever felt watched, heard something you couldn't explain, or witnessed the unexplainable, let us know in the comments section. We want to hear your story. Because out there, in the deserts and canyons that closely guard their secrets, the unknown is always waiting. And they say the skinwalker is never far behind. If you enjoy deep dives into paranormal cases, subscribe here for more true stories of hauntings, the supernatural, and unexplained phenomena. And in the meantime, remember, stay spooky.